played, 3 victories, giving them the maximum 12 points. But England now in second place with 8 points, and West Indies, who've only managed to win 1 game, third. But England won't want to lose sight of the fact that that West Indies run rate, 5.46, is considerably the best in that group. Matches to come there will be England against Pakistan on Tuesday and West Indies against Sri Lanka on Wednesday. In the one match played today in Group A, India defeated Zimbabwe in Bombay by 8 wickets. Zimbabwe 135 all out after 44.2 overs, and India getting that target with the loss of only 2 wickets, 136 for 2 off 27.5 overs. And the position in Group A now looks like this. India top, 3 matches played, 2 wins, giving them 8 points. Australia a second, but they of course can go top if they win the next match in that group, which is against New Zealand tomorrow. Trying to keep calm also, our commentators Jack Bannister, Ray Illingworth, and first of all, Tony Lewis.
And England come into this vital match with 2 changes. Out goes Pringle and Chris Broad, and in comes Tim Robinson and Neil Foster. So the team reads Gooch, Robinson, Gatting, Lamb, Embury, Athey, Downton, De Freitas, Foster, Hemmings and Small. And Pakistan unchanged. Ramiz Raja, Mansoor Akhtar, Salim Malik, Javed Miandad, Ijaz Ahmed, Imran Khan, Salim Yusuf, Wasim Akram, Toshif Ahmed, Abdul Qadir and Salim Jafar. The umpires are Tony Crafter of Australia and Mr. Ramaswamy of India. Pakistan have won the toss and they put England into bat. And we join the England innings, the 5th ball. First over from Imran Khan. Imran is bowling to Tim Robinson. Appeal for ABDUL, that's turned down, the ball swinging into Robinson. But a great enthusiastic appeal from the whole of this vast crowd at Karachi.
Yes, Imran Khan slanting it in with the new ball. Bit of movement off the pitch as well and clearly missing leg stump.
It's out. Oh no, he dropped it. Now Robinson was on the way there. He got the nick straight to Salim Yusuf and he dropped it.
Well, what a great piece of bowling. The big in-swinger followed by the fast leg break. There's the outside edge, as straightforward as a wicketkeeper ever wants. Down it went.
And Wasim Akram is running away from us, the commentary end. Another lovely shot by Gooch.
Well, the accompanying sign for England here is the way Graham Gooch is playing on the onside, because one fault he does have when he's out of form is to play round the front leg. And twice now he's got Wasim Akram through mid-wicket for 2 in the first boundary of the innings.
And Wasim Akram pitching short there, and Gooch pulling that away to square leg, and beautiful stroke. Nicely timed in front of square, 4 runs.
Yes, no surprises for Gooch. He picked it up very quickly, just outside off stump, but there was a crack of the bat. He really middled it.
Imran Khan to Graham Gooch. And Gooch has gone for the hook shot, flipping it round, it's in the air, and yes, it's out. Wasim Akram, the fielder. Imran Khan certainly a little bit too quick there for Graham Gooch. He didn't get in position to play that shot, tucked him up, and the ball going straight up in there.
That's a great loss for England. Graham Gooch caught Wasim Akram, bowled by Imran Khan for 16. England 26 for 1, and we're in the 7th over. And as Ray Illingworth said, just beating for pace. Quite a bit of bounce, and Gooch in no position in the end. It was a very hopeful flick of the wrist. It went very high. Wasim Akram made his ground, and then once he was under it, it was always certain that he'd take a good catch.
New batsman is Bilathi. He probably would have batted down the order if England had got off to a good start, but having lost that early wicket, he's come in now, and he'll be facing Wasim Akram. Oh, straight away, an edgy shot there. And just beat his third man, Tosif, and Athi off the mark. Certainly a very streaky shot there for the first ball. A little bit wide to play at. A change of bowling at the commentary box end. Wasam Akram being rested. And the off-spinner Tosif coming on now. Well, that's Bill Athi's answer. Down the wicket and 6 runs. Beautiful stroke. KADIR moved up into the circle. Athi down the wicket, 6 runs, and KADIR moved back to the boundary again. But a beautiful stroke by Bill Athi.
Yes, Athi's played all his shots straight away, and a lot of us who were pessimistic about him coming at 3 have to eat a few words. That was a superb straight 6 from Athi.
Change of bowling at the score box end. Imran Khan being rested, and the man who caused England all the trouble in the first match, ABDUL, the leg spinner. Oh, and that's Tim Robinson bowled. Slightly quicker delivery, which probably kept a little bit low, but probably not quite the length for cutting, and Tim Robinson paying the penalty there. Stepping back to cut, and the ball hurrying through, beating for pace.
Yes, made himself a little bit of room here, but beaten as much for pace as in fact, a lack of bounce. It didn't really bounce that high, but just looking leg spinner, halfway up the stumps, fair enough, but you see the room he's trying to make himself. And beaten, as Ray said, as much for pace as anything. The Robinson bowled Carter for 16, and the new batsman, England captain Mike Gatting.
Go back, go back, go back, go back. Oh!
Gatting not happy with very much at this moment. Remonstrated with Athi, now going down the wicket to have a word with him. Thought there was a single. Athi explaining why he didn't think there was. Just pushed out on the offside, and Gatting straight away into that single. He'd played it at the right pace. Look how far down he's gone. Anything of a return there from Carter was the end of the England captain.
Mike Gatting cutting at the ball there. Difficult to say if it just carried, but certainly was a pretty firm shot. Now, no, it slipped, certainly stopped it, but whether it carried or not, it'd be difficult to say.
Not really enough room for this one. Too close. And that carried just below knee height.
A change of bowling at the commentary box end now. Salam Malik, an occasional bowler really, but he bowled little medium paces in the previous match and did very well. After going for the sweep there, may well have just got a little touch going down to fine leg. Just be a couple of runs in it. In fact, Mike Gatting's made 3, and there's a throw at this end, but Athi home as well. Good running there between Gatting and Athi. In the 24th over, moving on to 95 for 2. A change of bowling now at the score box end. KADIR being given a rest. And Salim Jaffer, the other left arm over the wicket seam bowler.
That's a good shot by Athi. Very neatly played. He picked up the length very quickly. It was just short, not very short. And just pivoted. It wasn't a full hook, it was more a pull and a steer, but beautifully placed between the 2 fielders on the deep onside boundary.
Yes, there have not been many fours this morning, but Jaffer just picking it a little bit short, and Athi just whipping it away with a straight back to just behind square and bisecting the 2 fielders at square leg and fine leg.
There'll be 1, there's 2. That might well be 3, and Bill Athi's 50. At first he seemed not to time that, but then the ball ran and ran away from Imran Khan, who just flicked it inside the boundary as he hurtled over it. But that is a very good half-century by Bill Athi, who's 50 not out. England are 110 for 2. That's Shoaib Mohammed, who's the substitute fielder for Abdul Qadir. And well played, Gatting picks the place. It was almost predetermined, I think. He was coming down anyway, but he knew exactly where there was space on the onside field. 4 runs to Gatting.
They'll have to be quick here. Meand had the fielder, and that's very tight indeed. Well, Athi did very well to make his ground there. As soon as Meandad picked it up, there was always going to be problems. A brilliant pick-up and throw by Meandad.
Just underlines really the speed of thought and movement of Bill Athi, because he's accepted the call, he's gone like a hare, brilliantly picked up and swooped on by Meandad, hurls them down. Well, now the umpire's conferring, presumably about Abdul Khar's eligibility to bowl. He's back on the pitch. He's still got 5 overs to bowl.
Well, there's appeal for a stumping there. Mike Gatting thinking he'd hit the ball down to fine leg, missing it and setting off for a run, and just managing to dart back into the crease.
A piece of very untidy cricket, because almost everything happened in slow motion. Gatting missed the sweep, set off for a run which wasn't there. Had the keeper been able to gather the ball and take the bails off with any sort of speed, then that would have been the end of Gatting.
Well, that's a massive 6 by Mike Gatting. The rope's at 75 yards, but that cleared that and cleared the outer fence 20 yards behind it. Magnificent straight 6 there.
Well, that was his perfect answer, because he was not to the pitch of the ball. It happened to be a leg spinner. He was down, got himself enough room, and a marvellous 6.
And again, nicely picked up by Athi, and that's going to be 4 runs over mid-wicket, and beautifully timed stroke.
Well run again by the England pair. Temperature now nearer 100 than 90, and still prepared to gallop through, turning 1s into 2s. Well, that was Mike Gatting's 50, just 1 6 and 1 4. He's faced 57 deliveries on at least his 2nd pair of batting gloves. It really is a feat of physical endurance as well as mental endurance in this heat. He's played his...
Well, that was a very fast reaction by Javed Meandad at short cover. He's fielded a lot of balls, saved a lot of balls, and that might just have been the most brilliant catch. Salim Jaffer to Mike Gatting. Just a little nudge, and that's 4 runs. Beautifully played. Just a little flick of the bat, and away went the ball. It's a very fast outfield now. I think a high total is in order here from both sides. Very high scoring match in prospect.
Yes, Jaffa straying in line, Gatting just waiting for it, turning it round.
That's a beautiful shot from Athi. That's 6 runs. Beautiful shot. How well Bill Athi's played this morning. Gone for his shot straight away. But hasn't taken any risks at all. Just played what's on, and that's 6 to mid-wicket. Tausif Ahmed now has bowled 7 overs so far, comes back to bowl at the scoreboard end, far end of the ground. Oh, it's another fine shot from Atty. Might just beat the fielder again. It trickles and hits the rope, and it's 4 runs. Well, it was a brave effort that by Ijaz Ahmed on the deep mid-wicket boundary, but Bill Atty has suddenly started to middle the ball. You can hear the ring on the bat, Jack.
Yes, you can, and although it was a good effort by Ijaz Ahmed, it was a bit optimistic in the end to try and stop it without the aid of a boot, and 4 more runs, and the Pakistan fielding just beginning to lose a bit of its sharpness.
Oh, he bowls him. Well, that was a reverse sweep, but I don't think it's in Bill Atty's locker, that shot, and although there was no fielder down there, in fact, he might have lost his leg stump. He didn't really shape for it, and yet, we must say this is probably the best innings Bill Atty's played in one-day cricket.
Well, certainly on a par with that innings at Old Trafford, but why oh why, because he'd had 2 4s in this over. There was no real need to go on with it, but there can't be any criticism for an innings like that. 103 balls, 6 4s, 2 6s, 86. Bill Atty just bowled by Tausif to make England 187 for 3.
New batsman Alan Lamb, score 187 for 3. Gatting still there on 60, and Bill Atty has gone for 86. The partnership realised 135 off 145 balls.
Now Tausif to bowl to Abdul bowling to Gatting.
Oh, that's tragedy for England. Both the batsmen well in, well set, and both wickets gone in space of 2 overs. The 2 new batsmen coming in together now, and that's really put pressure back on England. They were really looking for a big score there, but that could change the whole complex of the game.
Yes, the sweep shot, the orthodox one this time, being the downfall of Mike Gatting, and how often it happens at the end of a big partnership. It's happened there, and now England have got to readjust their sights. Can't afford to lose another couple of wickets. There are still 12 overs to go after this 38th one. Coming to the wicket, new batsman John Embury.
Have to be quick. But Alan Lamb calling very quickly and running quicker and making it comfortably. 39 overs completed. England on 190 now for 4. Lamb on 2, and John Embury just off the mark with that single. There's a shout for ABDUL, and he's been given QADIR hitting John Embury. Full toss on the foot. And that really is tragedy now for England. 3 wickets having fallen for 5 runs. And now Pakistan really back in the game. That's John Embury, LBW to QADIR for 3. The score on 192 and 40 overs completed.
Paul Downton is the new batsman, and in spite of the falling wickets, England's last 50 runs have come off 57 balls. The new stadium, pavilion and grandstand, commentary boxes at the back of that stand. It's gone. A little nick, and Downton is caught. Salim Yusuf bowled Imran Khan for 6. England collapsed further, 203 for 6. We're in the 43rd over.
Well, Imran's bowled 2 or 3 deliveries today that have moved away off the seam, He had Tim Robinson dropped early on, and there again you see that ball just seaming away, and Paul Downton caught in no man's land. Fine delivery from Imran, but the footwork wasn't particularly good by Paul Downton. But still a pretty fine delivery there. So England now really in trouble. They've no recognised batsman to come, and they desperately need Alan Lamb to make a quick 30 or 40 if they're going to get up to a 260 score.
203 for 6, and the new batsman is Philip de Freitas. So Wasim Akram returns for his 5th over. England have lost 4 wickets in the space of 16 runs. Oh, well, he's a lucky man to be standing out there still.
Oh, one thing that's noticeable, both these bowlers are making the ball go for the seam, and that one certainly came back a long way for the seam, so the England seam bowlers who are watching this won't be discouraged by that.
Imran Khan to Alan Lamb. Bowled him, Lamb has gone. Looking to cut. A little bit of nip back off the seam by Imran Khan. And a faster ball too. And Karachi becomes a great bowl of noise and clapping and support for their great hero.
Another fine delivery by Imran. That really cut him back and catching the leg stump. And it really is amazing now how much the ball's moving about off the seam. Certainly with the new ball, it never moved about like this. And that really cutting Alan Lamb in two. A fine delivery.
206 for 7. Alan Lamb has been bowled by Imran Khan for 9. And we're in the 45th over. And England truly collapsing now. This is Neil Foster.
Yeah, and I suppose all that started with a very badly played reverse sweep shot by Bilathi.
In the 45th over, Imran Khan to Neil Foster. That'll be 4 runs. Well, if you'd chosen a place to hit the ball, you couldn't have picked a better one. 223 for 7. Well, that's slogged away by Foster. It's a very good shot indeed. He improvised, picked his spot on the leg boundary. De Freitas, rather. It's De Freitas, picked his spot on the leg boundary. And that's 4 runs.
Yes, that's De Freitas' favourite spot over mid-wicket. And this time the length was just right, just short of a length. Picking it on the up, cross-batted away to mid-wicket. And a fielder's now being put out in that vacant area. And that really is De Freitas' main scoring shot down there.
230 for 7. And Imran Khan is bowling the last but one over. Philip de Freitas, the batsman. And that's out, caught behind. Salim Yusuf, a brilliant catch. And Pakistan continue to wreck this innings. De Freitas caught by Salim Yusuf, pulled by Imran Khan for 13. 230 the score for the loss of 8 wickets. And the new batsman is Gladstone Small. 8 wickets down now, 230 England's score, but who knows, maybe Ray Illingworth has a word or two of optimism about England's chances.
Well,
let's try Imran Khan first. They take it. A very bold run, and he's run out. A marvellous bit of fielding that. Mansour Akhtar at mid-wicket. And just look at those stumps. That almost symbolises, I'm afraid, the wreck that Pakistan have made of England's innings.
Well, it really was a tight single, but a marvellous piece of fielding. Only about 1.5 stumps to 8. And in fact, Gladstone Small dropping his bat there. He could well have made his ground, but for the fact that he dropped the bat. Just pushed away, and Foster very quick off the mark. Lovely pick-up, throw. And Gladstone Small trying to run his bat, in fact drops the bat there.
The last ball of England's innings. Beautifully bowled again. Perfect Yorker, a model for all young bowlers aspiring to play in the highest class of international cricket. A very good performance indeed by Pakistan. So an innings of great promise founders. It was started well enough by Gooch and Robinson, in good tempo anyway, 16 runs apiece. And then the big partnership between Athi and Gatting of 135 of 146 balls. They played all their shots and looked really good. The two Pakistan spinners broke that partnership. Athi reverse sweeping, getting bowled, and Gatting top edging a sweep, and then collapse. Back came Imran Khan with a menace, and so did Abdul Qadir. In the end, England were lucky to get to 244 for 9. They might have fallen much shorter. So the Pakistan performance has given them great satisfaction. The bowling of Imran Khan outstanding, 9 overs, 4 for 37. Abdul Qadir took out the middle of the England batting, 10 overs, 3 for 31. Support by Akram, 0 for 44, Tosif 146, Jaffer and Salim Malik. So now then, Pakistan, requiring 245 to win this match, have to score their runs at 4.9 per over. So the Pakistan innings, we'll join it with the last ball of the 4th over. Neil Foster is bowling to Ramiz Raja, and the score 9 for no wicket.
Oh, and a chance there to Mike Gatting. Ramiz just whipping that ball off his toes and straight into Mike Gatting.
And we'll see this one clipped away. Look at the height that's come, my word. They don't come much more straightforward than that.
Neil Foster to start the 8th over. He's bowled to Mansur Akhtar. And down the wicket and away through extra cover. Obviously the Pakistan batsmen realising they must accelerate a little bit, and Mansur certainly using his feet to Foster there. And a glorious stroke there by Ramiz Raja. Half volley on the leg stump, but a flick of the wrist, beautifully timed, and 4 runs.
We're in the 9th over, and Pakistan just beginning to put the foot on the accelerator. 27 for no wicket. Ramiz is 15. Mansur Akhtar facing is 9. De Freitas the bowler. Fine shot. A really positive move by Mansur Akhtar down the pitch to De Freitas, who bowled perfectly well so far. Eddie Hemmings is the new bowler. That's a super shot. And that's the way they play them out here. I say how the Pakistanis love to play the off-spinners on the offside, and Mansur Akhtar is just demonstrating it.
And a brilliant piece of fielding there by John Embry. It changed direction in mid-stride and through to the bowler's end. That was really a fine piece of fielding, and the batsman left well stranded. Ramiz hit the ball to square leg, looked to start for a run. Mansur backed up, but Embry swooped and through to the bowler's end beautifully, all in one movement.
Yeah, it's a case of ball watching, I think, by the non-striker, because it went in this difficult square position to Embry, but a beautiful pick-up. It bounced just right, and Mansur Akhtar slipping as he went to turn, stranded, triumphant Eddie Hemmings. So there we are. Mansur Akhtar, he's run out for 28. Pakistan 61 for 1. And the new batsman, Salim Malik.
Change of bowling at the commentary box end. Graham Gooch going to be given a few overs. Mike Gatting probably trying the same tactics that Imran Khan used when he bowled Salim Malik, just to get a couple of overs in now and give him a little bit of spare leeway later on when the pressure's really on. Ramiz Raja really making room for himself, trying to get that through the offside, but probably just stopping a little bit on him, and the ball going to mid-on. 21 overs completed, 70 for 1 wicket. Ramiz Raja on 34, Salim Malik on 4. Gladstone Small to continue at the scorebox end. He was bowling to Ramiz Raja.
Struck on the pad. Good appeal for ABDUL by Gladstone Small. I think the England team are quite surprised. And in fact, they appeal for a run out at the other end. Appeals all round, but I'm afraid to no avail. That was a very good shout.
Yes, that was very, very close. They must have just given him the benefit of the doubt there.
And now the steady crescendo of hand clapping, because they all expect Ramiz Raja to go from 49 to 50. Let's see. Off he goes. And that's not a bad feeling, having 40,000 spectators applaud your half-century against England. Came off 78 balls, and Ramiz has hit 1-4. Last ball, 26th over. And the applause for 100 up of 156 balls, 50 runs coming off the last 65. And Pakistan, I think, Gray, are well set for a victory here.
Yes, they look very confident at the moment. The run rate's roughly around about what England's was. But we haven't to forget that England went on to 187 for 2 wickets. So they've still got a long way to get near that score.
Oh, dropped it. Where Ramiz gets a second escape. Bill Athy, the unfortunate fielder.
It's not as easy a chance as the one previous to Mike Gatting, but a definite chance, without any doubt at all. Again, they have to be quick, but Ramiz Raja pretty quick between the wickets. On the score on 111, and the 50 partnership between these two came off 67 deliveries. And it's Neil Foster to continue to Ramiz Raja from the commentary box then. Bit of misfortune there for Neil Foster. That was a real rash stroke, and the ball just clearing the top of the bat.
Ramiz is obviously feeling very frustrated, and I don't think there's any need for that. 6 runs and over required. We've seen how many are gettable in the last 20 overs. He's 61 not out. He's served his side much better by paddling the ball into the spaces as he has been doing. Fine shot.
Well, this was a predetermined stroke by Ramiz. Took a yard down the wicket, never got to the pitch, but hit through the line, and the ball really whistled away wide of mid-off for 4 runs.
John Embry has bowled 5 overs to 14, very tight overs. Now, can he do that again for England? England badly need half a dozen very tight overs just to increase the run rate. That's a good shot. Fine shot, extra cover. Change of bowling, return of Gladstone Small. He's bowled 4 overs for 21. Panic again. Oh! And still the ball keeps missing the stumps. It's almost as if England are simply not destined to take a wicket. 2 catches have gone down and several near misses of the stumps which would have brought run-outs.
Well, there's no doubt if Robinson hit the stumps there, Ramiz Raja would have gone. Bad misunderstanding, good fielding, underhand throw, and just missing the stumps with Ramiz well out of his ground.
Oh! How frustrating for England. Just 4 off that over, so a good over by Gladstone Small. Just take a look at that again. Leading edge by Ramiz, and that's the agony for the England bowlers.
Oh, Lambert to Ramiz Raja. It's short, he pulled it away in there, but just avoiding Gladstone Small on the boundary and going for 4 more runs. There was an appeal for a stumping there. Certainly well taken by Paul Downton, the ball spinning down the leg side. It must have been very close indeed.
Well, the bells came off very quickly, and I think Downton thought he'd got him here. There's a stray there. Right foot's gone, left foot. Bells have already gone.
Well, Salim Malik really throwing the bat at that. On the up, a little bit wide from Gladstone Small, but not that bad a length. And that really rocketing away to the third man boundary.
Salim Malik at his extravagant best here. Foot not anywhere near, but my word, the bat, the full treatment. And that's the 100 partnership coming off 122 balls.
Well, again on the up this time by Salim Malik through extra cover. Much better stroke than the previous one. That was really a beautiful stroke. Timed, foot to the ball, and has sped away to the extra cover boundary. So things looking very black for England at the moment.
Well, a much more orthodox stroke here. Nothing wrong with the footwork. On the up. Lovely shot. The landmarks coming thick and fast. Salim Malik's 50. Came off just 63 balls, including 3 fours, 2 in that 1 over from Gladstone Small.
So that's a magnificent blow by Salim Malik. Gladstone Small yet again pulling the ball down short, and Salim upright, crashing the ball to mid-wicket.
A magnificent shot, played off the front foot.
187. Now that was a very important watershed, that particular number for England, because on 187 they lost the wicket of Bill Athey, who'd batted beautifully. Athey was trying a reverse sweep at Tosi Farmid, was bowled for 86, and Mike Gatting, who'd got 60, was out to QADIR for the same score. That, I'm afraid, is Ramiz Raja's answer to my speculations and prognostications.
Well, he's prepared to improvise. Look at the room he's made himself.
So De Freitas is ready. 193 for 1. Beautiful shot.
Lovely shot, loosening half volley nearly around leg stump. Malik opening up that front foot, and 4 good runs.
Cheers for the 200. ...201. And that 200 coming up off 256 balls. The last 50 off 42 balls. Well, I do feel sorry for Philip De Freitas. He's had 2 spells off the field with tummy trouble, and he comes back on a steaming hot day with a temperature 100 and just over, to find Sally Malik and Ramiz Raja in tremendous form. Nothing harder in cricket than that. 203 for one. Oh, and then a nick. Ah. That's how the luck goes. 4 runs. And 14 off the over.
Well, when the luck runs, it runs. Just evading Paul Danton's glove. Streaky 4, but they're all the same in the book. 35 needed of 6 overs. And Philip de Freitas to bowl to that man Ramiz Raja on 99.
Ramiz is ready, de Freitas is not. The crowd are ready. Oh, a great throw by Gatting, but Ramiz Raja has got his century and deserves the acclaim of 40,000 Pakistan supporters who are packed into this national stadium at Karachi. 217 for one. Gladstone Small to Sally Malik. Malik is 80 not out. Looks so very easy.
And Sally Malik just allowing the ball to come to him there. Picking it up as it goes towards the leg stump and into the vacant mid-wicket area. 4 more runs.
This is John Embury's 10th and final over. It's caught him at last. Something stuck. Bill Affy is the man who held a low catch. He dropped an easy one earlier on, but he'll settle for that now. It brings to an end a marvellous innings from Sally Malik. Caught Affy, bowled Embury, 88, and the score 228 for 2 in the 47th over.
Yes, and well bowled John Embury. He's come on for just 1 over, and both those deliveries he got right into the batsman's feet, and that was the problem for Sally Malik. Couldn't really get it away, and Bill Affy doing the rest. Right into his feet there. The ball just got into Bill Affy, and a good diving catch.
Well, Javed Miandad is the incoming batsman. Rather a daunting sight at any time, but at 228 for 2. Very uninviting indeed as far as England's concerned. It was in the air.
Miandad nearly caught and ball there. First ball, looking to hit it on the offside. A little bit of spin, and just evading John Embury's outstretched hand. Matter of inches.
Well, that was positively brutal by Javed Miandad. That's really rubbing it in.
Full length from Small, outside off stump, but Miandad just heaving that away, wide of mid-on, and 4 runs. I don't think Java's going to waste too much time here looking for ones. I think he'll be looking for 4s.
Gladstone Small to Ramiz Raja. Oh, just hopped out again. A wonderful stop, in fact, but technically that was a catch to Mike Gatting.
Yeah, she could put it down as a catch, but I'd really put that down as a nice piece of fielding. Diving full length to his right, only a couple of inches off the ground, and if that had stuck, it'd have been very lucky.
8 to win of 12 balls. Ramiz Raja, 107 not out, is facing the bowling of Philip de Freitas. It's in the air. It's a long chase for Alan Lamb. It'll just be the 2 runs. But I don't think they're going to try and get these in singles, Raymond.
No, I think the only chance that England have is if they take about 5 or 6 wickets. That's the only way to stop them scoring the runs.
Last but one over. There are 11 balls left, 6 runs to win. And that's 4. Beautifully played by RAMIZ Raja. No trouble at all. Yeah, a fine shot. I feel a bit sorry for De Freitas there. He bowled a magnificent opening spell of 5 overs for 11 runs. But then he's been off the field most of the afternoon with a stomach complaint. And to have to come back in this heat and bowl again is a very difficult thing to do. Two to win, 10 balls. Two to win off 9 balls. I think you only fail to do this if you're in on Fantasy Island or maybe in a storybook. England facing the height of impossibility. Pakistan, 2 to win. It's out, it's caught at mid-on. So RAMIZ's long innings of 113 has ended. Caught by Gooch at mid-on, off the bowling of Philip De Freitas. 113, the third wicket goes down at 2:43.
Yeah, sad end there for RAMIZ Raja. Really has played magnificently and would have been justice for him to see it through. But he's done the job well done for Pakistan and he knows he's seen them safely home. Bit of reward for De Freitas, who's bowled very well indeed in the few overs he's had and coming back after a stomach complaint all afternoon. Probably Pakistan's best performance of the 4 matches they've played. The other 3 matches they could well have lost them all, but they managed to scrape home. But they have played very, very well indeed in this match. See De Freitas keeping the ball right up. Ram is going for the big hit, trying to get off weight on the back foot, and just ball going very steady there to Graham Gooch at mid-on.
But it will be all over soon, barring miracles. Ijaz Ahmed is the incoming batsman. 2 runs to win, Pakistan require. 8 balls left. Philip De Freitas. Well stopped. Well stopped by Graham Gooch. So De Freitas completes his over. It's in the air. That's it. 4 runs. And Pakistan have won. Superb win for Pakistan, and the celebrations, I can promise you, will be going on here at Karachi an awful long time. They have really made a deep impression on this competition. So it's tough going from the start for England as soon as RAMIZ and Mansour got into their strides. Opening partnership of 61, and then of course RAMIZ at marvellous century, 113, and in partnership with Salim Malik put on 167 of 175 balls. Salim Malik being out for 88. Tough time for the England bowlers. Philip De Freitas especially suffering from tummy trouble, was on and off the field at the same time. De Freitas got 1 wicket, Embry got 1, but it was hard work, and in the end 247 for 3 was the Pakistan score. They won with 6 balls to spare by 7 wickets. After Imran Khan received the award for the man of the match.
But England's match against the West Indies now takes on even more significance. Quite simply, the whole of England's World Cup future depends on it. We have to win if we're to have any chance of qualifying now for the semi-finals. First semi-final, which will be played in Lahore, And West Indies and England are now left to contest that second semi-final place, each of them with 8 points, but the West Indies just ahead with that superior run rate. And that run rate might yet prove crucial. Well, the situation for England, they know they've got to beat the West Indies today